Hey YouTube. So almost 2 weeks ago, I published the video where I complained about what I perceived to be abuses of power. And I recounted how I was reprimanded after complaining about sexual harassment. And I explained how during that time I was made to work without my state-issued cell phone. That's a big deal because we work in a semi-emergency capacity in sometimes threatening environments, and we use our phones to collect evidence. We use them as cameras, and it's frankly policy not to work without your phone. And I specifically made multiple complaints about that and said that I should have been on desk duty. I was made to continue to work. At any rate, I got my phone back, and the state dropped the reprimand, but they failed to address the problem. So I want to thank everybody that reached out to me. I'm grateful for the outreach. So I published my video on June 22nd. On July 2nd, I was fired. On one hand, I was surprised, but on the other hand, not really. I mean, honestly, after that video attacking upper management, how could I not be fired? Human nature is what it is. But I want to make clear that I'm a civil servant, and I see this as a matter of public interest. That's why I put it out there. On July 2nd, I was called into the director's office. I had no warning that I was facing a pre-deprivation meeting, but that's what I was told as soon as I came into the office. I was told I had 5 minutes to find a pure witness, and I did. And the meeting was convened by an outside regional supervisor, and it was the shortest pre-deprivation meeting I've ever observed. I've sat in on a couple as a witness. Essentially, I was told I was being terminated for unauthorized access to the database and to our hard files. And the evidence given for that was this document and a list of cases I compiled of cases where we lacked documentation of an advisement of rights being provided to a parent on at least one occasion. And essentially, I found that 60% of our cases lack such documentation. So an advisement of rights is a legal document we provide to parents when we remove their kids that outline their rights to them. And we're required to provide that by statute. I did a sampling of hard files and found that 1 and 3 weren't documented in the database. There was an actual hard copy of the document. So based on that, I came up with a projection that roughly 40% of our removals lack an advisement of rights being provided to at least one parent. And I presented this to the department in December last year. And basically, I'm pointing out a problem. I did not release this to the public. All I can say is that the department has exhibited incredibly poor taste in doing this. They have, in essence, showed that their primary interest is protectionism, but we're talking about public interest, not private interest. So this is unacceptable. If you want to help, share this video, like it, subscribe to it. If enough people show interest, maybe Governor Holcomb will take notice. I've included a link to the governor's contact info in the description of this video. Feel free to let Governor Holcomb know this video's out there and what's going on. Also consider sharing this with your news. I will continue to share my story. Right now, I'm going to take time and review what happened and see what my options are. I will contest. Right now, I'm trying to see what grounds I have for doing so. But I will continue with my story, and there'll be another segment, and I'll continue to explain how this story evolved. But until then, I appreciate all the interest, and once again, thank you. Bye-bye.